Guys, I had a lie-in this morning. I got up at 7:30. That's a lie-in because the kids have been waking up at 5:30/6. So. Sid had not slept. So when Mika got up at 5:30, Sid just walked in and he was like, come on then Mika, come down with me, because he hadn't actually gone to sleep yet. And then he chilled with Mika till like 7:30, and then Hannah woke up at 7:30, so I woke up with Hannah. And when me and Hannah came down, Sid went up to sleep. It's now 9 AM. And I'm gonna send Mika up in about an hour to have his first morning nap with Sid then. So I didn't vlog yesterday, but I took Hannah to the supermarket yesterday, and it was her first time in the supermarket for about 8 weeks, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen because she was so excited. And I was like, okay, you need to calm down. There's new rules in the supermarket now. We need to calm down. I think I need to let the cat out. Look at them, they're like long lost lovers or brothers. You're gonna come in, you're gonna go out. Lovely. Guys, we're all in the car, the 4 of us, and we've come out together as a family, and it feels like the strangest thing on planet Earth, doesn't it, Sid? Come on, let's go. Push on the other side. Seagulls. Don't be scared of the seagulls, they're nice.
Tantrum, bro.
Spotted some cute little chicks. This is the moment when you say, Subhanallah, look at the wonders of Allah.
Today on Ramadan Saturday Stories, brought to you by Dina, Tokyo. Are you not going to carry on?
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, the story is there's chicks and mum and dad in it.
How does it?
How does the moon follow us?
Yeah.
Magic. Because it's Ramadan and the moon follows all the Muslims. Guys, on today's menu, I'm making bamia, which is an Egyptian dish. Basically okra with lamb and rice. It's literally tomato, lamb, onions, turmeric, cumin, paprika. Hopefully it's going to be delicious because Sid's never tried this before. Also got the classic Egyptian salad that I do with everything pretty much because it's the easiest thing ever. Okay, excuse this situation, but Sid's sister just knocked at the door, dropped us off some food that she's made. I don't know what it is, and like a cute little game thing for Hannah and sweets for the kids, like a puzzle, and that is so cute. Anyway, they knocked at the door, and then Hannah and Mika were upstairs, obviously being put to bed. So I was like, Hannah, Mika, quick, come and see Caleb at the doorstep. Obviously, and the first thing we all wanted to do was just like embrace and hug, and it was the saddest thing ever. I literally felt like just crying my eyes out, and the kids just didn't understand it. Caleb started crying because he was like, I want to come in and see Hannah. I haven't seen her in like 6 weeks, bro. And Hannah was just at the doorstep, kind of just like, happy but sad. It's really weird, but I felt so sad, but happy to see them, but so sad. So we really miss everyone. We're starting to feel it, I think. So hopefully not for long though, but we've got loads of food here, so I'm not cooking tomorrow for iftar. Here we go, guys. Turned out all right, although I haven't tasted it yet. This is gonna be good. Sid's cooking up some chai right now, being a good old chai walla. Morning, guys. I've just come in the other room while they're playing nicely so they can let me talk in peace. How much better is it with the kids' playroom kind of room next to the kitchen rather than at the front of the house? They just wouldn't go in the playroom unless I was with them. I think it's because it's like far away. The other day on Instagram, I put up a little story just showing that my kids had gone to the park, and basically I just made a comment that we're ending up raising kids who are going to be very socially awkward and paranoid, because that's just how I feel the direction my kids are going. And then I thought, why not put up a little questions thing just to see you guys' experience. I had a lot of comments from mums or aunties, people who've got kids in the family, just talking about the changes they've seen with their kids. I mean, I haven't seen anyone talk about the negative effects that this is having on the kids. I know at the beginning everyone was like, oh, kids are going to remember when their mums and dads were home and it was all one big loving happy family and all this stuff. True to an extent, and it was like that at the beginning, but I feel like it's getting on a little bit now, and there's other things that we haven't considered which are very damaging to our kids. So for example, I know 100% Hannah has become much more paranoid when we go outside. Within about 10 minutes she's basically like, I want to go home. If we walk past somebody, she's holding on to me. She's getting really wary of people, whereas before Hannah would be the kind of kid that would go up and talk to somebody, you know. Whenever we buy our groceries, we spray them down and wipe them down. And as soon as we come in, we're like, wash hands, wash hands. And obviously they're kids, so if they forget and they touch something, they're kind of like, yeah, Mikamu, what's wrong? Peppa Pig's on over there. He's asked me for cartoons, isn't he? Peppa Pig, over there.
Pig.
No, pig there.
No.
So that's my first point, and I'll come back to you later. But the paranoia, and for example, whenever we've come home and kids obviously, no, Mika, say hiya. The first thing they'll do is not want to wash their hands, and so obviously they'll forget, and then we'll be like, quick, Hannah, wait before you touch it, wash your hands. And because we've jumped and we've gone, wait, she automatically jumps and she's like, oh, what have I done? What have I done? And then they're just constantly on edge almost. So the kids have migrated to the living room that I was in. Sid is up early today as well, guys, and he's decided he's gonna do some housework, carry on with the renovation. He's had about 8 weeks off the renovation.
8 weeks?
Yeah, since isolation, innit? Where can I talk to you guys in peace and quiet? Over here, right? Nice and bright in here. Oh, it's too bright in here. Oh, can't see anything. Wow, it's actually too bright that I can't talk to you in here. Wow. Oh my god, hell no. Finally, somewhere decent to sit with decent light and not my eyes squinting like crazy. Anyway, so I've just brought up some of the things that you guys kind of mentioned on the paranoia. Somebody said, my 4-year-old screeches if anyone comes near her while we're out walking. This one was basically one that really affected Hannah. She's being normal, brackets 4 years old, but I know it's affecting her not seeing her cousins and aunties. Hannah, as you guys know, has loads of cousins. Hannah has a huge family and they're really close. We would go every single Sunday. So for her not to have done that for almost 2 months and then only to talk to them on FaceTime or house party, it's just not quite the same. And you know what kids are like. Before quarantine anyway, every time I'd go on FaceTime to my dad or my mom or anyone, she's just not interested, or she finds it very weird that we're talking to them on the phone. And then she doesn't understand that Mika right now doesn't understand that when he's reaching out to somebody on the phone that they can't pick them up because they're on the phone. Like, they just don't get it. It's not the same. In fact, sometimes I think it's more damaging, if anything. Unless they're a bit older, obviously. Oh yeah, that's why it was weird, because Hannah would go on FaceTime and see all her cousins who are lucky enough to quarantine together. Yes, Hannah? Yes?
Can we have more crisps?
Why are you exposing me like that? As I was saying, FaceTime everyone, and then because Hannah's cousins were lucky enough to quarantine all together, she'd see all of her cousins together and she'd be like, well, I don't get, why can't we go over then? Or why are we not hanging out with them? I don't get it. Why are they all together but we're not? If your children are lucky enough to quarantine with lots of other children, that's great for them. But if they're quarantining alone, I think it's quite difficult for the kids not being able to see other kids. I'm not just paranoid about contracting or spreading coronavirus, but we're paranoid about being wary of other people and how they feel about the situation. So like, if your kid's running towards another family, you don't want them to freak out and be like, get away, and then your kid to experience that. And it feels like that's the kind of vibe when you go out. Even when you're walking outside, people will cross the road and walk on the other side of the road to get away from you. So when you walk into supermarkets, everybody there looks at everyone else there like they're literally one big fat germ. Because it's so horrible outside and the vibe is so weird, it makes you not want to go out anyway. It's just not helping the situation for when quarantine is over and things are supposed to get back to normal, because then all of a sudden we've just got to switch back to normal and the kids just got to switch back to normal. And I'm just wondering, like with the younger children, Hannah included, and Mika especially, when they have to go back to school and nursery, it's going to be like doing the whole settling in session all over again. We've basically had more than a 6-week summer holidays, but we've had it stuck at home rather than out with family and doing all the fun summer holiday things. So really weird time, and I'm actually really anxious if they do have to go back to school and nursery, because although I can't wait because it means I can get back to work and life will carry on as normal, I'm also kind of like just wary of how the kids are going to feel going back to school and then possibly just going back for a month and then breaking up for some holidays again. So somebody has only got one toddler and she hasn't seen any kids in over 6 weeks. My already shy 3-year-old is scared of going out and people and tantrums increasing times 100. Oh, that's another point I wanted to make. The tantrums and the difficult kind of behavior in both of them increasing so much more. In the beginning, I noticed a positive change in the behavior, and that was probably because they thought this is just a nice little holiday, kind of like half term. We get to spend some more time with family and it's nice, cozy times at home. But now as it's getting on and on, I think it's getting to them a little bit. Obviously, as parents, we're trying to keep a routine and do the schooling or just kind of have some structure to your day. That obviously includes a lot of discipline, and the kids are kind of just like, oh, it's not school though, we're home, you know. It's difficult. A therapist replied saying, COVID-19 has changed the world for children. They are bound to be more anxious, of course. If adults are anxious, of course, children are going to feel it as well. Somebody else's child is having a breakdown every day. All she wants to do is go to school and see her friends. My daughter is 9 and struggling, breaks down and cries at times. It's just hurting my mind / brain mum. I feel like the older the kid, maybe the more difficult, because they understand a lot more and stuff. Whereas with the 4-year-olds, you could try and keep them more occupied. My 3-year-old child gets breathless walking up the stairs because she's not getting enough exercise. Oh, that's another good point. Trying to get the kids enough exercise in the day is actually quite difficult. We are, I think, underestimating how difficult that is. Because it's fair enough they run around the house and stuff, but in school they actually get so much exercise and outdoor time. Yes, my love. You want it? He wants it. Actually getting them enough outdoor space and not having too much screen time is so difficult. Honestly, guys, the TV, as parents, you know, it's literally like an instant babysitter. If you need to get something done, if I need to cook, do you want to watch TV? Boom. Do you want to put a movie on? Boom. They're watching a movie now, so I can do this section over here, and so Sid can do that. So, and it's only 8:30 in the morning. They have been up since 6 though. And I don't understand how people expect you to work from home, homeschool their kids, and then just run the house on top of all of that. Like, how are you supposed to work from home and homeschool your kids? It's one or the other. It's not physically possible to do that, you know? What I found helps is that me and Sid have split the day up. I take the first half of the day, he takes the second half of the day. In the morning half where I've got the kids, I've just put in my head, like, you know, my job right now is literally to play with the children, just to play. That's my job, playing and just being there with the kids, not thinking about, oh, I've got to do this for work, I've got to go do this, I've got to go try and film this, I need to get ready so I can film. The easiest way to get through it is to just accept your role currently. And not everyone has the luxury to do that. Some people literally have to log in and do Zoom meetings all day. I'm lucky enough that I'm self-employed and I can arrange my day to fit around the kids, alhamdulillah. Somebody said autistic twins equals more tantrums, meltdowns, regression, serious hard times as a mum. That must be so difficult. I really felt for this mum who sent this message in. Another child doesn't want to leave the house at all. He's too used to being indoors. Hannah's a little bit the same. If I say to her, Hannah, do you want to go out for a walk? She'll say no. But if I say, get your shoes and jacket on, we're going for a walk, she'll be up for it. But as soon as we go out, give it literally 5-10 minutes. I want to go home now. Okay, I want to go home now. Oh, I want to go home now. 4-year-old is increasingly close to his teddies. I think he's really lonely. That's so cute. My nephew went out first time in 6 weeks and got excited when he saw a railing. Guys, the first time I put Hannah in the car, she was like, oh, I miss being in the car, Mama. And she had this little excited giggle. She was like, hee hee hee, I miss, oh, my seatbelt. Normally she's fighting not to wear the seatbelt. My kid is a clean freak. The moment he gets something on his hands, he wants me to wash it. I can imagine for mums hearing this, that this is normal with their kids, is going to be reassuring to you guys. So hopefully we'll all get out of it at the end and everything will be a-okay, inshallah. That's it. I hope you guys are keeping well and staying sane, especially if you're at home with children all day. Just try and get through the day in segments. That's how I feel it's working for me. Hang in there, guys. See you later. Peace. Hi, guys. Just thought I'd come on here while I'm looking half decent because I put on a little bit of makeup. I just finished a live on the Turn and Sculpt app with Chrissy Chella. It was a great live. As you guys know, I've been working out and that is the app that I follow, Turn and Sculpt, so go and check it out. I wanted to show you guys what I made earlier on today because after I spoke to you guys about, you know, how isolation is affecting children, I went ahead and cooked. Let me show you what I cooked. Your girl made samosas. She did. And wrapping a samosa is very difficult and I don't know how I did. This is my samosa. Now I followed a recipe from Shalina Permalu, who is a MasterChef cooking expert extravaganza lady. So inside them is potato, mashed potato, cheese, and coriander, ginger and garlic. But then I also added some peas because I like peas and samosas, but I don't know what that's gonna be like. So anyway, my best one is probably, now I made way more than this, but I dropped some off to my in-laws so that Hannah's cousins could try them because I really want, because they're not spicy, so they're good for kids. And I really wanted the verdict on what the samosa's like, obviously because they're professionals at samosas. My in-laws are all professionals at samosas, so I thought why not have a little judging situation? Anyway, this is probably the best looking one. Now, you know what? They all look like shit, but I'm sure they're gonna taste great. What I also baked this morning was something I made earlier. Hold on. I made banana and strawberry chocolate chip bread. Now I cut it, that's why the bit in the middle is all messy, so that's actually a piece that I gave to Mika, but then he decided he didn't want it because he's too fussy. It smells divine. Anyway, I wanted to end the vlog also because I realised I didn't end it on the last scene. So I come on here because I look nice, because I cooked, and because I want to end the vlog. So, oh, by the way, I like me sweatshirt. Did I wear this in the last vlog? I don't know. But this one I'm wearing is from the old collection, and I'm wearing it in a 444 XL. 444 XL, look. But I love it this size. However, the new collection, it will still be the same white oversized sweatshirt, but the fit will be slightly different because we are tweaking it so that it's the perfect oversized sweatshirt fit. And we're also coming out with hoodies and joggers and t-shirts and a few other things in the pipeline, but they will be released like a few months later after the launch, so that we can stagger the launch rather than bombard you all with everything. So yeah, I'm loving the white right now because of the sun. I was always wearing the black one, but I realized like I never wear the white one, and it's perfect for like this kind of weather. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next vlog. Bye.